pag-usapan natin. Bakit ba tayo dapat makiisa? Because it is high time for us to show that Filipinos are not separated with respect to their political affiliation, but we are together because of one man, and one man alone, who wanted nothing but the best for the Philippines and its people. You are labeled traitor because it is very convenient for a Filipino or compatriot to betray their fellow kababayan for the sake of what? Money. I think tomorrow I'll be there as at The Hague because I really want to make a video to properly guide people. Ahadapit ang venue for the 31st. The event called ICC Send PRRD Home. What's the significance of that event? On the 24th of May, the event was anchored on expressing isang lahi, isang diwa. However, it was even more magnified, kasi kahit umuulan, guys, grabe. Umuulan, but it was still what I perceive to be a successful event. It is a fruit of a collaborative work from different individuals with shared goal. Guys, I am going live right now because I really just want to thank everyone. Thank you for trusting me, for giving me a responsibility na hindi nabibigay sa lahat. But you gave it to me. My pinaglalaban, my convictions and discernment was not only limited to myself, but apparently also echoed to a lot of people. It's already 11:43 right now, and I was very overwhelmed. No, tapos na akong magtrabaho ko. And then I checked my phone kasi nga I always think of you, everybody else. Not because you are all following me, but because I share the sentiment na gusto na gid ako. If it's up to me, I would want former president to be brought back to the Philippines. Sa totoo lang, guys. Kung ako lang ba mag-decide? But I cannot do that alone. That's why we need to be one. And that's why you need to show up sa 31st of May. Be one with the Filipinos from all over the world, from the different countries within the European Union or outside the European Union, to show solidarity, to show our oneness, to show the International Criminal Court that we reject and we are against them detaining a former head of state, imposing what we reject as jurisdiction kuno nila sa atin. But it's not about that. Grabe guys. That we all have one goal. And that one goal is nothing but mapauwi si Tatay Digong sa Pilipinas. You must come. You must be part of this history. You must show your full support. Ang bago po nating location ngayon, perhaps many people would see it as a short notice, but we don't have control over that. Kasi mismo ang police nila, they recognized and they knew na dumating pala ang pinakamamahal nating Vice Presidente na si VP Inday Sara Duterte, kasama ang kanyang ina na napakaganda, Mother Elizabeth Zimmerman, at kasama din niya si Senator-elect Amy Marcos. What is the significance of this? Pag-usapan natin. Bakit ba tayo dapat makiisa? Because it is high time for us to show that Filipinos are not separated with respect to their political affiliation, but we are together because of one man, and one man alone, who wanted nothing but the best for the Philippines and its people. We need to show the world, especially that yung new location natin ay talagang nakaka-attract ng mga foreigners or ng international community. Accessible po siya with respect to public transportation. Multiple times na po tayo doon nag-held ng event, ang tinatawag po niyang Lan Van Regan. Hindi po siya sa Malieville, hindi po siya sa Duterte Street, or sa Duterte Park, or sa Duterte Forest. Saan po ba ang Lan Van Regan? Ang Lan Van Regan po ay makikita malapit sa Central Station ng The Hague. Sa Lan Van Regan din po makikita ang tinatawag na Duterte Exhibit. Ano po ba ang significance ng Duterte Exhibit? The Duterte Exhibit ay nagsisilbing statement piece, a platform na, how do I say that? A platform that contains vital information para malaman, para maintindihan ng mga foreigners sino ba si former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Sorry na po, malamig kasi paglabas ko. Sino ba at ano ba ang dapat malaman para kay former President na mayor na ngayon ng Davao? What is it that these foreigners need to know with respect to their preconceived notions and their prejudicial knowledge about former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte? Bukas po, pupunta ako doon sa Lan Van Regan. Ipakita ko po ano ba ang dapat nyong gawin pag dumating na kayo sa Central Station mismo ng The Hague. Ano ba or saan ba dapat kayo maglakad para matunto ninyo ang tinatawag na Lan Van Regan? Saan ba kayo pwede mag-car park? You need to check Q Park Malieville. You need to check any Q Park in the area kasi yung Lan Van Regan is strategically situated in a place na pwede mong ma-access anywhere else. North, east, west, and south. Nasa heart talaga siya. Isa lang naman ang ating mithiin, mga kababayan. Ang maibalik si Pangulong Rodrigo Roa Duterte sa Pilipinas. Wala na pong iba. Ang ipakita natin bilang isang bayan, bilang isang nation, and bilang isang sovereign country, that we exert our sovereignty, our Filipino identity, na naging the product. Kung ano man po tayo ngayon as Filipinos is the byproduct of the blood spilled, the sacrifices of our forefathers. Huwag po nating hayaan na may baliwala na lang po ang nangyari based ng kasaysayan. Huwag po nating bitawan ang tao po na nagsakripisyo para sa atin, para po puksain ang droga na sumisira sa ating society at sa mga mamamayan. You need to look for Q Park if you want to nag-work mangugo if you want to park. Bakit ba nag-uubo si Alvin or umuubo or gihotoy sa Alvin? Kasi paglabas ko doon, malamig kasi. Hindi ko in-expect yung katawan ko, hindi siya nag-expect. So, talaga. But honestly, aside from that, I would like to welcome our very pretty, very decisive, very, very lovely, very down-to-earth, very human, and very strong, the future president of our country, Vice President Inday Sara Duterte. Suggestions po, pwede ba gumawa ng flyers about PRRD? Gumawa po kayo, Marie, Kylie. Gawin niyo po lahat ng flyers na gusto niyo. Ipakita po natin ngayong 31, Sabado, kung ano ang kaya ng mga Pilipino. There might be a reason why Senator Amy Marcos came to The Hague with the Vice President. There might be a reason why these things are happening. Ang dami ko po nakikitang rason. Isa na po doon na dahil dito, ang mga Pilipino po talaga ay nagkakaisa. Maraming relationship ang nabuo. Maraming nag-aalab na puso ang napukaw. Maraming mga tao ang ipinakita ang pagiging nationalistic, pagmamahal sa bayan, patriotic, na ipaglaban kung ano ang tama, na ipisigaw sa buong mundo na tayo ay isang sovereign country. Pumunta po kayo sa 31, mga kababayan. I urge you to take this opportunity to be one with a movement, a cause, to echo one voice showing Filipinos in solidarity, a full support and an unwavering love to a person named Rodrigo Roa Duterte, who sacrificed, who showed to the world what public service should look like. Makatao, makabayan, makakalikasan. Ang taong walang ginawa, kung hindi mahalin ang bayan, kung hindi ipakita na ang mga Pilipino ay karapat-dapat na mahalin at ipaglaban. Bukas, wala akong work. Biyernes, wala akong work. Sabado, wala din akong work. Sa Linggo, may work ako. Ilaban natin si Tatay Digong, Mayor Duterte. Sa people of Davao, let's continue to pray for your Mayor Duterte, that may God wrap him with his love and pour unto him the wisdom and the knowledge and the comfort that he will come out victorious dito sa ginawang political persecution ng mga taong nasa kapangyarihan. This is nothing but an obstacle to the journey of the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Let's embrace the process. Let's learn from one another and let's show the world ano ba ang mga Pilipino. Ano ba ang dapat nating makamit pagkatapos dito. Yun po ang katotohanan. Ipagdasal po natin ang ating mga kababayan na naninindigan para sa katotohanan, naninindigan para i-exert ang ating karapatan. They do not have jurisdiction over us. We are a sovereign state. We are free people, and we are nothing but resilient, loving, and we are not Filipinos for nothing. Mag-atanggit ko sa imong FP Live kaya di man afford atong gahay. Beth, it's okay. The mere fact na nag-effort ka og comment dira says a lot about your character and about your oneness para sa movement na ating isinusulong. Ilaban natin hanggang sa dulo. Huwag tayong sumuko, huwag tayong mag-give up. Sino pa ba ang lalaban kung hindi tayo lang din? Kung hindi natin ito gagawin ngayon, kailan pa ba? Ano pa ba ang ating hinihintay? Ang pagsuporta kay Tatay Digong ay pagmamahal sa bayan. Ang pagpapakita ng suporta para sa bayan ay ang pagiging Pilipino. Ulan, bumagyo, lumindol, kahit ano pa. Mahal na mahal natin ang ating nag-iisang bayan lang po. Hayaan po nating ipakita. Thank you, Ate Evangeline. Lalaban na gyapon ko ani Ate Evangeline. Akong mga katrabaho, akong ipangingan ba unsa man inyong what's your idea about our president? Unsa inyong kuan sa nahitabo? Manood lang kayo guys at ang nangyayari nga nakikita ko ngayon nangyayari yung mga informasyon para kay Tatay Digong magsuporta sa kanya. Walang information ang mainstream media para ipakita ano bang development sa kaso niya. Puro negative lahat, walang positive. So tayo lang ang dapat magtulungan. Tayo lang ang dapat magpakita ng pagmamahal para sa ating bayan, para sa taong sinakripisyo ang lahat, kanyang buhay, ang kanyang lahat ng sakripisyo ginawa niya para sa bayan, para sa tao. Katotoo lang. Kaya huwag tayong tumigil, parang awa niyo na po. Huwag po tayong tumigil. Hanggang sa dulo talaga ito guys. Hanggang sa dulo ang pagmamahal, hanggang sa dulo ang ating dapat ipakita na suporta. If only, sir, huwag tayong bubitiw. Keep on clinging the vine. Our rights, let's fight for our rights. Correct, Angela. Ano po ba yung latest update? Sabi ng dalawang judges na pinapadisqualify ni Attorney Kaufman that they are perfectly capable of deciding of rendering a decision with respect to the jurisdictional challenge na sinumite ng defense din, even though they have already been involved in the extensive deliberation of what seemed to be pointing to the jurisdiction din ng Pilipinas. Jurisdiction din ng ICC over the Philippines. So sabi nila, it's not even common, it's not even wrong to revisit whatever they have already rendered decision with pertaining to jurisdiction, because that's a practice already. That doesn't mean that it's a practice that is perfectly correct. And also, for saying that the defense arguments are legally fatal or flawed, it's already uncalled for. Why would you say something like that? You're supposed to render a decision for something so instrumental to a case of somebody who has been detained for 70 freaking 8 days na, guys. Can you imagine? Somebody is detained for 78 days inside, and you're still trying to exert your jurisdiction over a sovereign country? What kind of thinking is that? You have already a preconceived notion that somebody is already guilty of something that he was being charged for or alleged with. You cannot even present your witness. Why would you say something like that? You have already asked for extension twice, but miraculously the court granted your petition for such motion to be for the extending the deadline for the presentation of witness. But when you serve the warrant of arrest, it was like hidden, and all of a sudden it's like a thief of the you were like a thief in the night. You captured, you incarcerated someone loved by so millions of Filipinos, received a mandate of 16 million votes during 2016, and now, by the way, received an outstanding plus 43 net trust rating, a 46 net trust rating, the highest right now so far based on a survey. And you're going to say that he is not loved by Filipinos? Who are you? Why would you say that? Why would you not love somebody who has fought very hard for the independence and for the identity of Filipinos, for one to be proud, especially if you're abroad? You will not experience that. You will never even understand. Once you're abroad, they always think that Filipinos are not capable of doing something great, that we are only nothing but au pairs or whatnot, or nurse aides or whatnot. This is not only about him anymore. This is about us as a race. Whatever your political affiliation should not even matter anymore. This is about us. It's not about your political affiliation. Us. US. Us talaga. O 60 trust rating. 46 net trust rating ata yung sinabi doon sa pero 60 o 63 kung ano man. Basta mataas. Oh, ano yan? Tapos sabihin nyo lang ng ganyan. Again, I would like, let me take this opportunity to thank the people behind all of this initiative. Number one, Aldo, for your extensive and very much strong cooperation with respect to our brainstorming activities, and for us to be able to come up with something that is very much putting our countrymen or compatriots first. Number two, those who are external volunteers with respect to the implementation of what seemed to be a coordination, a product of the coordination and the planning process. How I wish na mo pansa ko karon ba mustoryan na what I'm saying is wrong, kaya para mag-debate mo din sa train station. Because sometimes they already committed prejudicial thoughts about what seemed to be an entire race. Di lang laban ba ito ay laban sa mga hudas na may sunok ang kapwa. Yeah, exactly. What really pains me as an individual, as an ordinary citizen, is for a group of Filipinos cooperating to what seemed to be viewed by many as kidnapping and abduction of a former head of state, to be tried in a foreign land and to be judged by foreigners who doesn't even understand what the society and the historical significance of why the fight was being made. I am not ashamed to talk about that, because sabi nga nila, we are not a Filipino for nothing. We need to exert that we are a sovereign country. Yan ang totoo. If we are not going to say these things, if we are not going to fight for our individualities as an independent and sovereign state, who will do that for us? It has been already taught by history that our few Filipinos already surrendered, our heroes, and that's the reason why they died. Bonifacio and General Luna, they were also betrayed by their own people. My goodness, can you imagine in this day and age that parang history repeats itself? We are now becoming a laughingstock in the international community, that we cannot even handle our internal affairs. We need a foreign entity who does not even have a jurisdiction over us. Why would you do that? Why would you put our country in the middle of what? A laughing matter to the international community. That's why no foreigners would travel to the Philippines, because of the reason that we are not really stable. Our government is not stable to begin with because of the political theatrics and bickering. We should end that. We should put our country first, in the same way that first world countries always put their country first. Always, talaga. How can we move forward as a developed country when we cannot even settle internal matters and trust our judicial system? Why do we need to resort to asking a foreign entity who hasn't even been to the Philippines, who hasn't even understand the difficulties an ordinary Filipino like myself faces in terms of danger, the raging criminality, the drug problem, destroying the society? Why? Why can't we just move on and move forward as a united country where people only think of one objective, and that's for the benefit of the society and also of the country? That's why nobody will trust us. It's very difficult to win any international in any international contest or whatnot, because they think that a Filipino, if you're from the Philippines, nothing will come out good in that country because it has been led by corruption or whatnot. Why are we doing that? Why are we conforming? Why can't we just be independent as what we should be? Ano man ingon na ta? Can you imagine the future generation, if they look at the transcript or historical accounts? There, it will be written that a group of Filipinos collaborated and surrendered a former head of state to be judged in a foreign land. Can you imagine that? Why would we even do that? Mauna siya. Tapos karon there's already even a news saying na ano daw, na-reject na daw yung, na-dismiss na daw yung appeal ng lead counsel. There hasn't the decision with respect to the disqualification of 2 out of the 3 judges hasn't even been released, or they haven't even convened with respect to the plenary of judges. But already news are already circulating online or whatever platform saying that na-dismiss na. Why would you do that? Why would you make the society dumb? Saan naman tawag mo eh? Witnesses couldn't even be presented for whatever reasons. Twice. You already filed a motion twice. Mm. In the manner that the former head of state was brought to the custody of the ICC, it was even highly questionable already. And now what's already showing up in all platforms in the international community, that he's already guilty of the alleged crimes against humanity, when they couldn't even present any witnesses so far. And yet the narrative already dictates that 30,000 people have been killed. The main reason why the former president talks that way, because that's the only language that the criminals understand. That's the totoo. Exactly. You are labeled traitor because it is very convenient for a Filipino or compatriot to betray their fellow kababayan for the sake of what? Money, advancing their personal interests or what. This is very sad.